it's Stacy from Starfish, and my assistant is awake. We'll see how it goes. So, overwhelmingly, you guys asked for sitting information. So, I'm going to try to give it to you kind of a little bit about the sitting progression, and then share some ideas for working on sitting. So, sitting progresses. So, I'm going to try to borrow my helper if I can. Hi. So, at 3 months of age, your little one should be able to sit on your lap with you supporting their trunk, and they have head control. At this point, you're not working on sitting with them. You're giving them an opportunity to experience a different perspective. You're helping them with head control. But like they should be able to, like, you know, when you kind of sit them on your lap and look at them and make eye contact. Around 4 to 5 months, they start doing prop sitting. Now, this step gets skipped a lot of times because people use floor sitters or other devices. And what prop sitting is a lot of times it's, you know, kind of, they're out like this. And I have some photos where early on, it's kind of like a taco, like they fall down. But what's happening is they're working on figuring that out. And then as they get better, they're coming up more. But what this prop sitting teaches them is kind of how to gauge their core and trunk so that they can find upright. If you only sit them in a floor sitter, like a bumbo seat or the Sit Me Up, those don't work on teaching sitting. Those are there for parent convenience and other things. No. Hey, come over here. Sorry. Sidebar. So what happens is they're always sitting like this, but they're not learning how to find the middle. And so a lot of times those kids, you get them in sitting, and they shoot back because they're used to just being right in the middle, and they don't have any idea of how to change their core position. Around 6 months, they start to be sitting, you know, pretty good. They can kind of like hold a spot, maybe start to like hold a toy. But they don't move a lot. Like, you don't see a lot of reaching. They're still trying to kind of figure out this. Like, you might have to prop some pillows around them, use a bumbo seat behind them. We have a couple tips and tricks with laundry baskets, this great inflatable bathtub I found. 7 months, they start to get a little bit better. There's some trunk rotation starting to happen. They're willing to move more. They're shifting their weight a little bit. They're starting to reach because they're starting to test the limits of their balance. Like they've got just sitting down. So, which is great. And then by 8 months, they should be a solid sitter. Like they can get in and out of sitting. They're reaching. I really encourage you, though, to not just work on reaching forward. We want to encourage the trunk rotation and the hip movement. That's going to make other transitions easier for them. Now, I'm going to share a few posts of mine with some ideas. I'm also going to share some videos of him sitting in the bathtub. He was a decent sitter, but when I filled it up with water, and he didn't have his Ottaroo on here, but it could have been a great time to use it. And looking at how just the play of the water made him work on his balance reactions. And then same with, I have some of him sitting using the Ottaroo because, as I've talked about, it can just be a great tool. Like you can play around with how high the water goes. Notice that the higher it goes, one, they're being supported, but also if there's a lot of movement in the water, it's going to put some natural sway and perturbations on them. So, Mama's using that. Yay. So, hi. Apparently we dressed alike today. I did not even plan that. So you can have the Ottaroo on kind of like as a balance mechanism. So if they start to lose their balance, they have that protection. Or you can fill it up. Now, you might need to give them a little bit of support because that's the other thing. Sorry, my brain's all over the place today. those floor sitters, while they're great for convenience and, you know, being able to set your child in them and let them sit up to look around, the other reason that they don't teach sitting is because really sitting balance requires the ability to like weight shift at the hips to counteract like a loss of balance. So if I start to go this way, I need to start my fix from the hip and then bring my core along. It's not just me. I dare you to try this. Like if I just go from the head, I tend to overshoot. So they have to learn how to like shift the weight through their hips to become a truly like independent, mobile sitter. And by mobile sitter, I mean that they can go from sitting to, sorry, he really wants to grab the camera. Sitting to getting onto hands and knees. And notice how like my trunk and my legs are moving. This is how they would get up into standing. So let me know if you have questions about this. I'm going to try to share a few posts that I've done, as well as some video of him in the water sitting. So thank you.